Hey everyone, Ryan here, and in today's video I'm going to show you the difference between the Feiyu G6 gimbal and the SPG 2. Now, I could not decide online which one I wanted, so I just ordered both. And there are pros and cons, so I just want to walk you through the pros and cons of each one of them. So let's start with the case. The SPG 2, the cell phone only gimbal, comes with a styrofoam case, but it is a pretty hard, durable type styrofoam. The G6 comes with like a zipper type case, definitely a higher quality case, has a little handle on it. So that's a pretty big difference there. Now let's look at the main differences on the gimbal. Number one is the cell phone only gimbal has a spot where you can plug a mini headphone and actually use some headphones and record your audio in real time so that you know if you need to get closer to your subject or further away, and you get a good idea of what the audio is doing. The G6 did not have that on it, so you'll have to just listen to the audio later in post if that's something that you're looking to do. The next difference is this little roll wheel here. They both have the same wheel, except for some reason on the SPG2 the wheel just seems super buttery smooth, whereas the G6 feels a little bit more, almost like a little bit of grinding. It just doesn't feel quite as quality. Another difference is the SPG2 only works with the cell phone, and it has a nice aluminum mount here. They're both aluminum, the entire thing, so the build quality on both of them is very similar and they're great. But this one has an aluminum spot to mount your phone. This one here has an aluminum shoe where you can mount a GoPro, your phone, or the camera, but you're gonna have to get a different camera adapter. So it did come with it. I'll grab this one here quick. But it did come with a plastic one. So it kind of takes away from the overall, super good aluminum build quality to it to put this, plastic, camera mount on here to hold your cell phone. So I didn't really particularly love that. The biggest issue I have with the G6, I thought I was gonna like this gimbal more because I could use my DSLR on it, my phone, and my GoPro. The biggest problem I had with it was when I turned both of them on, and I'm not gonna do that just for sakes of saving time in this video, but the motors in the G6 were a lot louder. Now I don't know if it's this specific one that I ended up getting or not, but these motors in the SPG2 were like dead silent. The motors in the G6, there was definitely some noise to it, and even with the dead silent to the ear on the SPG2, if you're not using an external microphone, you are going to get a little bit of a background hum in your video and the audio. Now, I didn't even try it on here because I knew it was going to be way worse, but either way, I'm using the Kamika little microphone here. I mount that on here, but that's for a future video. But I guess the point I'm making is no matter which gimbal you choose, you're going to want to use an external microphone, or the audio is not going to sound that good because of the background noise you're going to pick up from the motors. And let's see. I feel like that just about covers it. I don't want to miss anything, but I also want to keep this short. Last thing, yes, this is important. If you're shooting with a really wide angle type camera, this is going to be not quite as good unless you tip it down because of this back motor. It sticks up a lot higher. Okay, so if you're shooting with those wide angle cell phones, you may have to tip it down to get it out. It's really pretty easy problem solved. With this one, they thought about it a little bit more, and it's way more dipped down, so you can see the difference between these and where that back motor sits. So that is one thing I liked a lot more about the G6 is the placement of that back motor. So anyway guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. If you got any questions about gimbals, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you're looking for what is the best gimbal to buy, I'm personally going with this one, but there are pros and cons to every gimbal. So check out in my other videos my ultimate gimbal review, where I review 5 different gimbals that are really the most popular gimbals, and you can decide which one you like the best. Hope you guys found this helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.